Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight I would like to offer the mid-month love and relationship reading for the elemental energies for the month of October 2023. If these readings resonate for you, you take what you need. If it doesn't, then you leave that for someone else. I read for the singles and then for the couples in the different signs, or elemental energy signs. And we look at love and relationships. So it could be romantic or it could be friendship, business, etc. Just see what comes forward for you. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and like the video, drop some comments if you're interested or curious. Even constructive criticism, I do appreciate that. So with that, we'll get started. How I like to do these readings, and I do read intuitively, is we start by looking at where the chakra is for the elemental energy for singles or couples, and then we move into the tarot. So we'll start with fire, because fire begins the zodiac with Aries, and the fire covers Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So we'll start off here for fire singles. And this is a really fun deck, but I like to double check, or not double check, but bring forward the messages from the book as well, because it's a chakra deck. All of the decks that I use are linked in the description below as well. So for fire singles, we are in the root chakra with the energy of strength. So this is your foundation. This is your personal survival. This is where you are at, fire singles. So this is really about bringing forward the energy of, are you stable with yourself? Are you in a position where you are safe, stable, you know who you are, you're grounded, and you're anchored? Being fire, you want to do a little bit of everything, but it all kind of flashes out. And what is coming through before I read out of the book here is this is the time for you to really ground and anchor. Make sure you know where you're at and what your divine goals are, even if they're simple goals as apply for that promotion. But it's really about making sure that you're anchored and grounded right off the bat. So the book has a planetary alignment for this one with Mars. And it says, Mars is sometimes known as the warring god. He personifies the power to direct energy towards winning battles between wisdom and ego. So that could be a big one this month. Exalted on Earth for surmounting all obstacles and fearlessly fulfilling duties. He embodies the discipline and knowledge needed to evolve from the lower to higher chakras. So you're at kind of a starting point is what's coming forward for the single fire guys. And working with the energy of Mars, tapping into that divine masculine energy. It doesn't really matter what gender you are, but tapping into that divine masculine is going to help you conquer fear. It's going to help you work through any things that might be in your way going forward. But this is a really good time for you as a single, because it could be a new relationship, it could be a new romance, but this is a time of beginning and working with that divine masculine to get that spark going and moving is what's coming forward. So the first tarot card I pulled is the Dreamer, which would be the Fool in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. So this is emphasizing you're at a beginning. As a single, you might be looking at a new job, a new promotion. It could be a new romantic relationship, but this is a really good time. You've got the Strength card, you're in the root chakra, you're building that foundation, you're starting a new chapter of your life, fire singles. And the other one is the Empress. So you're bringing that fire energy, that masculine energy into alignment, because the Empress brings in the divine feminine. So you're working with both energies, but you're starting something new. And the Empress, when you look at the card, she is with a new, like there's new life being born here. So you've got this new, very much newness going on, this very strong energy of beginning. So the next couple of weeks looks like it could be a good time to start a relationship, or maybe one will just, you might bump into that one person at the coffee shop and who knows, it might turn into a really good friendship, it could turn into a relationship. But they're also saying for fire singles, it could as well be a promotion, or I'm getting that it could be something that was well deserved that you weren't expecting in the moment. So just be aware that things are moving very, very interestingly, and relationships are not just romantic, but they're really saying that there could be a lot of new things coming forward for you, and it could be a very exciting time for our fire singles. So we'll hop over to our fire couples, those who are in a relationship, and see what they've got going on for this coming month of October. See what the deck has to say today. And we have stagnation. Not always a bad thing. Sometimes you need to take a pause. And with the colors coming out from the mandala, we're really talking about opening up, but also being aware of taking those deep breaths, those pauses, fire couples. And it's not just being stuck. Sometimes being stagnant is you keep doing the same thing. It's not that you're not moving, you just keep going in the same circle and you're not moving. Like you're not elevating. So let's see what chakra this is in, because I haven't quite memorized where all these align. We are in the 7th chakra, so we're working crown chakra energy for the couples. And it says animal nature and beyond knowing. The 7th chakra image represents, I'll hold it up for you guys, the state beyond the knower, knowledge, and knowing. The individual self-dissolves into the supreme infinite consciousness and awareness of truth, being bliss, called by yogis Sat Chit Ananda, or Chit Ananda, sorry. And let's see what the keywords are here. Experiencing miracles, becoming humble, lighthearted, more understanding of others, treading the path towards liberation, and helping others on their path. So for those couples in the fire energy, and this could be for you as a fire sign or your partner as a fire sign, it's not that you're stopped moving, it's that you have moved beyond a lot of the chaos that's going on. When you look at a mandala, it draws your eyes to the center. The center point is the conscious I am energy. So you're bringing yourself into a paused state. And when you do that, it's not that you're stopping. It's that you're saying, what am I looking at? How am I experiencing this? And how can I co-create a better existence for myself and for those around me? So you're really working into a very high-minded energy. And like the keywords were saying, this is a time for you to reach out and help others. They might be reaching out to you for help, and this is a time to judiciously, obviously, help those around you and be supportive of them, and maybe even help them on their path forward spiritually. And it could be that you're helping your partner on their spiritual journey as well. And if they're saying that if you're at work, this could be a working relationship where you are helping another person because you've already achieved what your goals were, and they're trying to achieve theirs, which are different from yours, but you're able to help them because of your position as well. So this is definitely saying you're in a higher state, and it's time to kind of reach down and help the next person bump up. So let's see what the tarot has to say for our fire couples. We have the Prince of Winter, intellectual, determined, focused, and impulsive. Seek out an intellectual solution to your problems, the need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected change. So even though you have found that still point, that I am point where you're connecting in and you are feeling nice and balanced and grounded, the world around's still going. And that's really bringing you into, you're picking your battles and you're looking for ways to solve problems through the use of intellect versus an emotional response. When we're into our higher chakras, we're not looking at it from a response nature where something happens and you respond to it. When you're up here, something happens, you examine it, and then make a conscious decision. The heart is the balancer. The lower half is your reptilian responses, those knee-jerk reactions. But once we've elevated into the higher chakras, we're using higher intellect, and that's what's coming forward, is judiciously help those. You don't have to help everybody. You're not. It's not your job. But using your intellect to reason to pick the right people to assist. And like I said, it could be your partner or it could be a coworker that's trying to elevate into a new position. The Nine of Autumn is the next card. It's reward yourself for your hard work, being happy and successfully self-employed, if that's your goals. Cherishing your alone time. So with that stagnation card, it's not just about being still and not doing anything. It's being still consciously. So the Nine of Autumn is saying, even though you're helping other people, don't forget the self-care. Work on that meditation practice. Maybe it's a moving meditation like Tai Chi or Qigong, but work with keeping that balanced state, that center of the mandala state for the fire couples. It's about finding stillness and allowing that stillness to ripple out from you. So let's move over here to Earth, because that is our next elemental energy, and that is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We'll cut the cards real quick for the elemental sign of Earth, and we'll get started on the next round. We'll start with Earth singles, and then we will move into Earth couples as before. Okay, so now we're looking at the chakra energy for Earth singles, and we have concentration. I think that is the goddess Kali. We will have to find out here in a second. Before I read the book here, the concentration is, this is your focus. There's a chaotic storm that could be boiling around you, Earth singles, right now, but when you find your peace, it doesn't really matter what else is going on. You can be the one who's controlling the storm. You could be the one directing the storm. It looks like you're riding a donkey, which means there could be some stubborn help that's with you, and they could be causing some of the chaos as well, but it's really about you're finding your center in the midst of the chaos for Earth singles. Let's see which chakra 41 is associated with. We have the 6th chakra, so this is your third eye area, and it is it's not Kali, it is Kalratri. The most fierce manifestation of Durga, the goddess of strength, holds one of her hands in the sword of wisdom. Her club-like hook has the power to sever the ego's iron hold on self. She is worshipped as a goddess of protection that can scare away troubles, ghosts, goblins, and other negative aspects. So, keywords are focus, concentration, learning mental skills, being alert in the present, and diving into life on a deeper level. So there is this aspect of being center and calm, but there's also the energy of you have protection in your life, single Earth, meaning that even though stuff might be feeling a little rough right now, things might not be going the way you would like them to, you have a very high frequency version of Durga as a protecting goddess, tapping into a little bit of her, Kali aspect, because I mean, when you look at her, that's more Kali than Durga, but you've got that protective guardian energy that's coming forward, and they're saying that this protective energy is going to be an aspect of the divine feminine as well. So let's take a peek at the tarot for Earth singles. We have the 10 of Autumn. Take steps to ensure your financial security. Make wise investments, planning for retirement, honoring family traditions, looking to the future. So the 10 of Autumn is the 10 of your energy, 10 of Earth in the main tarot. So this is really the culmination and planning ahead for a future of positivity and prosperity. This is really a time you have a very powerful feminine energy that's coming forward to say, I'm going to protect you, but let's take some steps. Let's advance into the future. So when you're planning for the future, you're still living here in this moment, but planning for the future means that you're setting yourself up for success. You're protecting the future outcome of your goals, your plans, and your dreams. And so the 10 of Autumn is saying, work with this protective feminine energy to help set things up for future successes. We have the Nine of Summer, wishes coming true, dreams fulfilled, and a magical life. So you also have this very powerful, powerful energy of the Nine of Summer coming in. So you've got protection, you've got focus is kind of a big part of this. You're planning for the future, and the Nine of Summer is saying for the single earth energies right now, this is a time for really powerful manifestation. What is it you're wanting to create? What is it you're trying to develop in this moment? And then setting yourself up in the future for the greater success. So pick what you want. You have a guardian, even in the midst of the chaos, you can find that still point. Pick what your goals are, the big goals. This isn't about little stuff. They're really making that clear. So pick your big goals. What is it you want to manifest in the next month, in the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next 5 years? Is it a new relationship? Is it a new job? Is it setting yourself up so that you can retire at 50 or whatever that might look like for you? But for the single earth, it's really saying this is the time to make your decisions moving forward. You have a lot of feminine energy coming forward because you've got the family card, but you also have the feminine card with the Nine of Summer, and the chakra is very much divine feminine. So you've got this very gentle feminine aspect, but coming forward is kind of a protective mother bear for you, which is kind of cool, really. So let's look at the chakra and and tarot messages for couples in earth, and this could be for you as an earth in the couple, or it could be your partner is earth. We have for your chakra, we are in the number 21, the power. What is on that picture? Oh, it's a ram. So this kind of ties into Taurus energy as well, because you've got the ram in the center there. If you don't know if that'll focus on it, but we're working with the energy of power. So for the couples, this could be a power couple. This could be your strength is in your relationship, whether it's romantic, business, or friendship. But it's really bringing forward this concept of the power is in the connection. It's not in the individual for the couples. This is the power in unity. So let's see what we got going on here for 21. Where are we at? Sorry. Nope. We are in the third chakra. So this is your solar plexus. This is actually your seat of power. So we're on the cusp of solar plexus to heart. So we're in that high solar plexus energy here. And it is the image in the middle is the ram. It's the ram, or Mesha, symbolizes the animal nature of the third chakra and its element of fire. So you're working with some very passionate energy, earth couples, strong and forceful. It is known for its stamina and ability to climb lofty crags. It has tremendous strength of will and innate fighting instincts that are most prominent when threatened. It carries the seed sound rang on its back, which is said to promote longevity when hummed. Sorry, I gotta turn the page here so we get the keywords. And keywords are using or developing your personal power, influencing others, control, power struggles, manipulation, conflict in relationships due to unresolved issues of power. So they're really emphasizing this thought, though, of the power couple, of strength in unity. They're saying that the caution is you don't want to be at war with your partner, whether it's friendship, coworker, or romantic relationship. The power that you build, the power that will lift you to those lofty heights with the energy of the ram, is because of the power as a couple, the two of you working together, or you and your work, which is a relationship, working together to uplift the whole. So this it's really about uplifting each other, but it's the strength of working together and not at odds with each other. So and if there are conflict in the relationship you're in at the moment, what I'm getting is this is the time to resolve that, to find a way to peacefully step away from that so that you can project up to those lofty heights. The tarot has the Prince of Summer, romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during emotional experiences. This ties into that whole making sure that the relationship, whichever one it is, has been cleaned up so that you and your partner, coworker, business, however the relationship works, is able to elevate. Staying grounded for Earth is very easy because you tend to want to stay logical here in the moment, but there's a lot of energy moving around because you've got this power surge coming forward. So this is a good card to, have fun with what's going on, be a little flirtatious with your partner, surprise them maybe, or at work, find ways to have fun at work, not breaking rules or anything like that, but it's really talking about keeping grounded, but still knowing how to enjoy the life that you're leading at the moment. We also have the Queen of Winter, strong, patient, self-sufficient, and funny. Let go of people or things that no longer serve. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. So we've got this energy coming up that's also talking about some of the people in your circle might be unpartnered, not employed, or they're changing careers at this point. This is a really good reminder that as you're going forward, you don't want to have so much fun that you end up oopsing at work. You don't want to be flirtatious with outside of your relationship. If you're in a romantic relationship, that stays home because you're building that structure. And the Queen of Winter is a very strong feminine energy saying, we're building home here. We're not building something else. We're building a foundation. So working with that foundational energy, and you're working with personal power and also the couple's unity and strength belief. So you've got this energy of really strong co-working and in relationship and romantic terms, co-living, where you're building with each other. You're building each other up, which is really putting a lot of positive oomph to the relationship. So it looks pretty good for Earth going forward. Let's get the cards cut for the next elemental energy, which is now we're over to air. And air covers, can't see my notes, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So we'll cut our cards for air. There we go. And like I said, if you're enjoying these, just drop a like on the video and comment down below any thoughts, comments, or suggestions. And we will get started with air singles for October of 2023. Where are we at air singles in the chakra world? We are in play. So you very intellectual, always up in the mind air energy. This is very much saying to me, that's a really intense screen, that this is a time for you to maybe get out of your head, not quit being, but maybe find a reason to be more playful in life. It's not just work, study, intellectual pursuits, which are enjoyable for air, don't get me wrong, but this is maybe tap into that more, the other aspect of air. So you're having a little bit more fun, you're being a little more playful in life. Let's see where we're at in our chakra system here. We are in the second, which is your sacral chakra. We'll see if that's not too blindingly green. We have the planet on here this is an aspect of Mercury. Mythically associated with the Roman god Mercury, the winged-footed messenger for the gods, and Buddha in Eastern traditions. Mercury has wisdom that transcends the boundary of the mundane world and deftly juggle the extremes of worldly dualities. Known for auspicious qualities, Mercury's symbolic nature is youthful, intelligent, analytical, progressive, inventive, risk-taking, quick-witted, and full of communication. That is very much a description of the elemental energy of air in its positive aspects. So the keywords are innovative thinking, powerful ideas, versatility, communication, adventure, wit, playfulness, recreation, amusement, and some travel. So for single air, it's really saying you've got the mind to do a lot of cool stuff, but don't forget if just because everything is very intellectual, very focused on learning, knowledge, and wisdom, that doesn't mean you can't have fun. That doesn't mean you can't play. And they're also saying that part of it, because the lion in this image is saying that there's some movement, and it could be movement in very powerful ways. It could be in a new relationship. It could just be, fun travel at a long distance. But they're really saying that it's about learning how to enjoy life. It's not just about the intellectual pursuits. That's important to you. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes intellectual play is also something that's important. So maybe chess. I don't know why that came forward. We have the number 16 in the fairy tarot. It's the life experiences, which I believe is the not tarot card, not tower. Can't remember in the other one. Anyway, let go of belief systems that no longer work. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. There's some creative destruction that is coming forward as far as what I'm getting here. So the intellectual pursuits are great, but maybe it's time to tear down something that's not working for you anymore, because creative destruction is not about destroying for the sake of destruction. It's, this isn't working, I'm going to dismantle it, I'm going to keep the parts that work, and I'm going to yeet the rest of it into the garbage bin because it's unnecessary. My cards just about took a flying leap there. It's unnecessary to have that particular emotion, situation, or any of that with you in this time. So this is a really good time to do some calculations with your play, finding reasons to have that intellectual fun, going out and doing something just a little bit more random, a little bit more spontaneous, is going to help reveal the parts that need that creative cleanup. And the other card is the Prince of Autumn, dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous. Cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail. Can we have some bigger words? And kindness to others. So this is emphasizing that keeping up with the intellectual thing. Don't give up on your thought process, your dreams, your goals, your missions in life, but also have some fun with it. So you've got like this concept of creative destruction coming forward, but we also have staying dependable and being there when needed as well. And that's tapping into the concept in the sacral chakra of play, of working things out, knowing when's the proper time to have fun and to go do those fun things, and knowing when to stay studious, focused, and businesslike. So let's look at the couples for air in October. And we have the power card again popped out, and it's the ram imagery. They're saying for you guys, this is really about, they're really focusing on growth with this one for air couples. It's not just the power couple thing. This is growth. This is really rapid growth. There is this imagery coming forward of the divine masculine coming in to, well, that's interesting, to fertilize the relationship. So if you're in a relationship and you've been thinking about kids, this could be a time to really examine that, because what they're showing me is this is a great time for that for air couples. And the air couples, it could be you, as you watching this are the air, or it could be your partner is the air, but they're really, like I said, they're bringing forward that energy that this is the time for fertility. And it could be fertility if you're at work. It could be a time for promotions, because that's something, or a new aspect of your job, or if you're the boss, maybe hiring someone new. But there's something about new coming in with this they're bringing up. We are in the high energy of the third chakra, your solar plexus, and I'll read this for the air, even though we read it for fire. It's the ram, symbolizes the animal nature of the third chakra and its element of fire. Strong, forceful, it is known for its stamina and ability to climb lofty crags. It has tremendous strength of will and innate fighting instincts that are most prominent when threatened. It carries the seed sound of rang on its back, which is said to promote longevity when hummed. They're bringing up the belief, this concept that longevity is also your progeny. It's your your generational longevity. So this could, like I said, it's going along with that fertility for air couples, and it's building a future going forward, not just in your lifetime, but sending your genetics into the future. There we go. They give me images and I have to edit them for YouTube. So, but it's definitely, they're saying that this is a time for, if you're, things are very fertile for air couples right now, and this is a time to look to the future in that aspect. And it could be at work where you're setting up your legacy as a manager or an employee, kind of like training the person to take your spot is because you got a promotion or however that's working out for you. We also have the 10 of Autumn, taking steps to ensure financial security of your children or loved ones, making wise investments, planning for retirement, and honoring traditions. Or this is that projecting into the future energy, because they're talking, like I said, still emphasizing that fertility. So this could be planning for the future, planning, if you've been talking about having kids and you haven't yet, this could be the time for that discussion. Winters are cold. But it's also in that work environment, setting things up to bring people in, to elevate other people. But it's also about setting yourself up for that success in the long term. We also have the 6 of Autumn. The good you do comes back, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, repaying debts. And this card ties into the 10 of Autumn as well. So you've got these two cards telling you this is the time to set up for your future. This is the time to invest for the future. It's time to, deal with the debt if you have it, get rid of it. But it's also planning for the future. What is it you're trying to do? If you're in a relationship and you're with the person that you know you're going to be with, then maybe it's time to start looking at, again, this is just intuitive advice, you take it or leave it, looking at the prospect of children in the future. If you're in a business, maybe looking at how things are going. Is it time to bring that next person? Is it time to promote somebody? Are you getting promoted? Is it time to start training your replacement? Things like that. But there's definitely this energy of growth, a legacy, building to a future event for air in October for couples. So let's pop over here and get our last one of the day, and we will cut these cards for water. Sorry if that was a little loud. And we're cutting the cards for water in October of 2023. Can't believe we're in October already. So let's look where the water singles, and water is Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So if you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces and you are single, this is your time to shine. And we are in number 11, Explore. Again, I'll give my impressions before we look in the book. This is really a time for you to explore you. Explore the world around you, figure out kind of what your interests are. They're showing for business. Are you kind of stuck? This is a time to maybe look at some other options within the company you're in, or maybe it's time to just kind of take a peek outside and see what your other options are. They're not saying direct change yet. They're just saying keep your eyes open, look around a little bit. You might explore and find out, nope, I'm good right where I'm at. But you might look outside and be like, that looks more fun, so maybe I'll go over there. But it's their images for singles. They're just saying that this is a time to really get to know what your interests are at a deeper level. So let's see what the little bookie here says. The deity is Varuna, the lord of rivers, lakes, oceans, and emotions, bestows the wisdom to navigate through unknown depths of watery concerns. So that pretty much is water's mission in life. And you as a single, this is time to do some introspection. Keywords: sensuality, flirtation, emotional and or physical attraction, being tossed about on the sea of love, lust, desires for intimacy, discerning boundaries. Amorous boundaries is what the book says. Of course, I edit. So, awakening the desire for becoming an intuitive channel. So, they're really emphasizing that this is not just about exploring one aspect, because you're exploring you. You might be exploring with onto a partner. Someone new might be coming in, going forward, but you're also exploring your intuitive, your energetic, and spiritual aspects. So, if you've been on a very specific spiritual journey, maybe exploring a way to enhance it, looking at some other options. Growing up, I always found it interesting. We were raised in one specific religion, but we went to other churches just so we could explore and see what else was out there. And as I've studied through the years, I have continued to explore. And I think part of water's emotional thing, especially when you get to the end of water in the Pisces world, you are really about, I've been there, done that, but for some weird reason I can't remember. So you keep poking around just to see if there's something you've missed. And that's part of that exploration, is learning something new, poking around a little bit, just kind of checking things out. And that's the energy that's coming forward for the single waters in the month of October. And let's see what the tarot has to say for our water family here. We have number 1, the Magician. You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be successful. And the Magician is the same in the Smith-Waite Tarot, where this is, you have the skills. You have the tools. He has his ball of light, part of his magic. He has his staff. In the original tarot, he has an athame, a pentacle, a cup, and a sword, or a wand. Sorry. So you've got the tools, meaning you've done some base exploration, but now it's time to reignite that exploring. You're on a new path. There could be a new job opportunity. There could be a new relationship opportunity, but it's saying that you have skills. You have a base level knowledge. And now it's time to use those skills, those tools, those abilities, and see what else is out there. He's on a long road. He's going up to the tower. So he's building knowledge. Now, the creative destruction of the Tower card is coming later in his journey. But right now, he can see it in the distance. He knows where he's going. He's got this, and he has the skills to get there. And that's where you're at, single water. So your other card is the 7 of Spring. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe, and standing up for yourself. So they're saying as a single water, you might have a little bit of opposition to your explorations. That doesn't mean to be forceful, but people who are not on your journey, who are not involved in the situation, coming in to go, yap, yap, yap. Thank you for your opinion, but you're not living my life. This is my life to live, and I will ruin it however I choose. And guess what? When you make those decisions, you might actually be showing them that it's okay to do these explorations. You might trip and fall. That's fine. That's learning. That's life. But you might also reveal to them that maybe the always same path doesn't work. Not for everybody. Some people like that nice, this is how we do it, these are the steps we take. But that's not for you, single water. You are looking at things from a different perspective. So enjoy the new journey. There's something new coming in this month. And like I said, it could be a new job or it could be a new relationship, but it's definitely some exploration that's going on. So keep your eyes open, because who knows what might be coming up. Let's look at couples in water, and this could be for you as the water sign, or it could be for your partner as the water sign. We have right action and a triple goddess on the card. This is bringing forward some of that Venus energy, where there's a new birth occurring. There's also some positive energy. If they're making the right choices within your relationships, whether it's you and your partner, you and your coworkers, business, or you and your friends, the things are going the right way. It's just a matter of making sure you're staying focused on the right path is what I'm getting. Let's take a peek in the book here. We have the third chakra, so we're sitting in, this is dead center of your solar plexus, so this is the seat of your power. We have the Gayatri Ma. This goddess is the physical form of the Gayatri mantra that bears her name, which dates back to the Rig Veda. She symbolizes feminine power, strength, compassion, kindness, healing, knowledge, purity. She is said to preside over Homa, the sacred fire, and to have given the 4 Vedas to humanity. This is a very powerfully protective card, and energy that's coming forward. We also have keywords of truth, purity, being real, activating will, harnessing your sense of negativity, shadows, accepting, dharma, acting according to your duties. There's a balance that's coming forward for couples. It's not just one way of living, or not like there's not one way to do this right. It's saying that your dharma, the path that you're on, your spiritual rules are really being brought forward. There's a divine fire that connects you to God's source, divine energy, and in this coupled relationship, this is the time for that to ignite, be built up and protected so it can go forward. There was another word there that came forward, and I don't know why my brain just gave it up. Harnessing your will. This could be a time to really focus on meditating, building that divine fire. Your will is associated with fire. A lot of people will say that that may not be quite right, but your will is your fire. When your will is iron, when it's focused here, nothing really can get in its way. A lot of the great mystics, one in particular that comes to mind is Aleister Crowley. His goal in so much of his work was to develop a will that could burn away all negativity, that literally could stand against all onslaughts. And so building that will, and you're working with your partner, your coworker, your business relationship, however that relationship works for you, but you're building that will so that the two of you are aligned, you have focused intent, and that makes you kind of unstoppable as long as you're staying focused. But you're working with positivity. You understand there's a shadow there. You understand that there are things that are dark. That's just part of life. But you have faced that. You know where those little triggers are. There might be a new one that pops up, and that's why they're bringing this forward. But even if it does pop up, you can handle it because you've been through this before. You've been through some of this tumultuous situations before, and it's time for you guys to move forward and really activate and move beyond those issues. So on to the tarot. We have the Queen of Spring, brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you, maintaining a balance between work and home. This goes to all relationships. They're really wanting to make it clear. Your home life is your home life. Your work life is your work life. Don't bring work home. Don't bring home to work. Not always easy. I've got some things going on in my life right now, and that makes it a little more difficult when you're at work and you have this in the back of your mind. But being able to separate those two and working with your dharma, working with the structure, working with the foundational principles is a way to functionally do that and not have the two overlap and spill into each other. The worst thing is to have work come home. That just makes the house chaotic for a while. That doesn't mean you can't come home and be like, dude, I had a day. Get it out of your system, call it at that point, and leave it there. You don't need to drag the energy home. And if you're at work, unless you have a really close work partner, your work wife or work husband or however that works, those people are the ones to help you buffer that and neutralize it so it doesn't spill over into work life. And that's what the Queen of Spring is saying, is this is the time for you to really separate those two and see the separation and how it works. And in that separation also will be revealed your divine will. So we have the Prince of Summer, romantic, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious. Water definitely has that going. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during an emotional experience. So as you're going forward through this, it's reminding you can have fun, you can laugh, you can joke, but knowing when is the appropriate time for that is what this combination of cards is saying. sorry. You have the Queen of Spring saying, keep it separate, work things out so that you're not dragging him back and forth. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun as you're doing that. It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy work even if you're having some rough time at home. Doesn't mean you come home and you're just miserable because what's going on at work. Use your will. Your will is very powerful. Separate the two. When I'm at work, this is who I am. When I'm home, this is who I am. They don't do a lot of overlap. You can discuss work, but don't bring that energy of the stressful day and how horrible it was back to your spouse, because you're just going to bring that work situation home. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound fun to me. So with that, water couples, we will end this little session here. I hope this was informative or at least entertaining for you. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, drop a like if this was something that you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if there's anything in the future that you would like me to go over and explore. We will talk to you in a future video.